No, you're not supposed to be in here. Daddy.
I'm using my PC this time because last time when I used my my other computer, I used a microphone. I use a mic because it's in my studio, but when I was sharing the videos, folks didn't seem to be able to hear the music too good. And so hopefully when I share today, it'll be all coming through my computer and everybody will be able to hear, no problem.
So Jimmy, is that a real background or a virtual background?
No, this is my office in my house.
You do a lot of reading.
Yeah, well, between my wife and I, you know, we have a lot of these are probably from our studies, from school, and then others are from you know, just collecting books. My next door neighbor, I think I might have mentioned, he Secret Service guy. He was on the Obama detail at one point, well, for the Obama girls. So we were able to get any book that was by Obama or Michelle, we would just give it to
Get
him.
it signed?
Yeah, and get them signed. So that was one of the benefits.
I need to get some big contacts like you.
Well, I could never get him to have Obama come over for dinner or for lunch. So getting the book signed was about as big as we could get.
That's a lot more than they got. So there you go.
So we have, what time is it?
2:05.
2:05 now.
Arlene is coming. They forgot. They thought it was tomorrow. It was next week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll give it one more minute and then we'll just kind of start, and then people will continue to join if, you know, they can join in as well. Again, this is pretty open, you know, just like all the other sessions or social hours, you know, pretty open format. But today, you know, since this we won't meet again until after Christmas, we decided to let's go ahead and you know, share our feelings about Christmas and talk about it and celebrate it. Tell us what you think
Póngame
about
la
it.
luz esa. Préndame la luz, por favor.
Translate, Jimmy.
What's that?
Translate.
Translate what?
You didn't hear Grace speaking in Spanish?
Oh, I thought she was talking to somebody else. Come on, give it to me, Grace.
He was talking about the light.
Talking to
Le
her.
dije así. Ah, le dije. I told my grandson to turn on the light.
Oh.
Please, we had
Lance heard
I had a
something.
background on my Zoom and he had to fix it for me. That's Jonathan. So he came and fixed it. So I told him, you know, we are perfect. We are bilingual here. We speak in English and Spanish. We speak Spanglish. Spanglish,
All right.
have English and Spanish at the same time.
Grace, when we were young, you know, my mom, she was young when she came over from Panama to the States. My father married her young, and
Talk about backgrounds. Hi, Tipas.
hey,
Long time no see, beautiful.
No, hi everybody. I miss you guys.
Hello.
miss you too.
Yep.
So when my mom
second
tried to
that.
teach us Spanish, you know, we just kind of laughed as kids. Judy, you can attest to that.
Yeah, it was funny. It was like, what is she saying? And we didn't understand it because we knew English because that's all we knew. But
so-
we learned how to cuss in Spanish because of what she was saying to my dad. But we learned that.
Yeah, and so it's because she was young, she didn't realize the importance of carrying on her heritage with her kids.
Yeah.
So you know, so even when I went to high school, instead of getting involved in Spanish classes, I went to a stupid French class. No, you know, no disrespect to French. I studied French instead of Spanish, and so
I did too.
yeah, it's like my mom, she didn't know to say, listen, guys, this is what we're doing, and this is it. This is how it's going to go in this household. She didn't know that, and so she's so upset about it now. As she, she's older and she knows that it was not a good thing. So, and now we're trying to learn Spanish at our old age. And when we go to Panama, when we go to visit,
Yes, please.
well, now that I know you're there, next time we come, we'll certainly come and look you up. But
Definitely.
But my relatives, they
speak, they're bilingual. We speak English at home, and then they learn the Spanish at school. So everybody speaks English and Spanish.
Yep. And I just wish that I was one of those folks that did that. Okay, so we do have a pretty good. I think we should go ahead and kind of, maybe just kind of go around, and then everybody just kind of give us. I say we'll take about 3 or 4. And you guys just tell us your favorite thing about Christmas, your worst time about Christmas, and then we'll have a musical selection.
Yes.
And then we'll continue. So let's start with Judy up in the top left corner. Judy?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, your sister. Oh, well, my favorite thing about Christmas this year, because my older, that we're going to have 2 Christmas. One here, and then we're going to go over their great grandmothers, which is mom, a big thrill. And I'm going to grill a turkey. I'm gonna smoke a turkey for Christmas and have a seafood bake. So we're gonna do seafood, turkey, ribs, and cabbage. So this will be my grandkids' first Christmas with great grandmother. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm good.
All right.
Next.
Good. Okay. Michael, I'm gonna skip over you because I'm gonna have you tell us your favorite thing right before you give us explanation of the first musical selection. I'll let you know when I'm gonna play before.
All right.
Okay, Yvonne, you're next, and you're on mute.
Okay. Well, my favorite thing about Christmas was when I was in the dark about Santa Claus. I believed in Santa Claus, and I was so happy. Even though I would find the gifts ahead of time, I still believed in him. And then my worst Christmas was when my parents took me to the store to buy gifts for my brothers. So I was now part of them buying the gifts. And that was like the worst Christmas ever because I was also picking out my gifts. So that came to mind when you had asked those 2 questions. The best time and the worst time.
Great. Thank you. Ari, looks like you're next.
Oh boy. My favorite time about Christmas is like everybody in Barbados going to church at 5 o'clock in the morning and then going to Queen's Park. That's one part. And when I was very young, my mom had a cousin who was actually Belan's grandson. And he used to be our baker. And we'll go over there all night, then leave, go get ready for church, go to the park, go back and stuff your gut full. Right, Andrew?
That's right. That's right.
Christmas. You can't. Christmas isn't Christmas unless you go to the park at Christmas morning. And another thing, people never did anything to their house or anything till Christmas Eve because they didn't want their neighbors to know what the house was going to look like before Christmas morning. And it's funny because half the time they went shopping at the same store, had the same curtains, and that made them all not very happy. Huh? So that was part of the fun. And they walk around like Christmas night, looking to see who had up the same stuff as them and how everybody's house stand and all that. That's what Christmas was like.
Beautiful.
If you're not only, oh, we used to have white Christmases too, because Janine and Andrew might not be old enough to know, but they used to go get marrow from the curry, is that what you pronounce it? And
Yes,
they put it
yes,
all around the
mhm.
house to make it look like snow.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's what they used to do at Christmas. So all you
Nice.
are not from Barbados, that's your Bajan Christmas. And I actually still get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I listen to the service from mostly James Street at 4 o'clock in the morning on the radio stations from Barbados, and then listen to people in the park talk about their days in the park and all that.
Beautiful.
So
Thank you.
I still do Bajan Christmas.
Thank you, Ari.
Welcome.
So next we'll go with Julian.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, well, I remember when I was a child, maybe around 7 or 8 years of age in Kingston, Jamaica, and my mother was in Panama, and she actually sent Christmas presents. One of them was it was some sort of a boat. I don't know whether you lit a candle or something, but it seemed to have its own motor, and it would go around in a little basin of water as you put it in. And I still remember that. She sent us like a care package from Panama of Christmas things, decorations. But I remember the boat. It was sort of like a little motor boat. I don't think it was a wind-up boat. I think it was something, but I can't imagine it being a candle, but it seemed like it was a candle that you'd light, and somehow that propelled it. It was some sort of a motorized tiny boat, and I really liked that.
Very nice. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so Michael, I think we could take a break and then give this musical selection after you tell us your favorite thing about Christmas, and then you can tell us about Christians Awake.
So I love the Christmas carols. I love singing at Christmas. I love church at Christmas. I love that very much. And the Christians of it is actually Gail's favorite Christmas carol. And the key it is in our hymnals, it's kind of high. So I had to transpose it so it would be comfortable for her to sing. So I had to work on that so hard to get that transposition together. And I'm playing it in our music room in the house. And I have a restored Schrodinger grand piano. It's beautifully restored and it has a beautiful tone. Enjoy it. I think that's the best introduction. Just enjoy it. This is
Okay.
the deal.
I wondered where that was. It looked like a home, and I said, "This is so beautiful to be able to sit here and play on this thing."
Yeah.
I'm going to share my screen now, so just everybody hold for a second.
Hi, bro.
Hey, sis. What's up?
Where did my sister go?
She's coming back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, Otto.
How you doing, guys?
Doing good, doing good.
Yeah, good to see you, man.
Mm-hmm.
You guys see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we can see it.
Can you hear okay?
No, not hearing.
You can't hear.
No volume.
Okay, could you guys hear that introduction?
No.
It was a little bit garbled. So you already shared your audio, right, Jimmy?
How do I share? Do I have to share my screen and my audio?
So when you go to share your screen, you'll select the particular screen you want to share, and at the bottom there's two boxes. You can hit optimize video for optimum sound, as well as just share sound. So go to your screen share again. If you stop this, just
I'm gonna stop this.
Yeah. So now go to share screen.
Yep.
And then select the actual box.
Oh, I see advanced sharing options.
No, at the bottom, there should be 2 little check boxes.
Okay, let me start with share screen.
Yep.
Okay, yep, share computer sound. Oh.
Yeah.
And then thank you so much, Lance.
Of course.
Thanks for coming, Lance.
Okay, I'm gonna try this again.
Now you got him face blocked.
Now just looking at what this says here. Okay. Okay, you guys ready? Start from the beginning. How's that?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Like that.
Now let me tell you guys, musician, I know that transposing is not easy.
Not only that, but then she wanted me to read the tenor part. So I'm trying to transpose and read the tenor part and read the words. So yes, thank you, Jimmy.
That's not easy. So thank you. And thank Gail too.
Gail, she heard, she's right over there.
Okay, very good.
smiled today.
What was that, Ari?
Tell her thanks that she's smiling because I couldn't get on today. There was no video today. For the
There was
service.
no video today? Oh, all right. And church was good today. Church was good today.
I'll see if I pick it up on YouTube later. You can send me the link later. Put the link.
All right.
All right. Once again, Lance, thank you so much, man. That might have been my problem last time we did this. I'm so glad you gave me that. Okay. So Edison, why don't we go ahead and continue with you?
That me?
Eddie.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can relate to Ari's Christmas as a kid in Hinesbury Road. And in addition, y'all look forward to our grandmother's sweetbread and cake.
Mm-hmm.
That was as a kid, but growing up, I look forward to spending every Christmas in Barbados. From Canada, I was there for a month every year for several years. And I haven't been there for Christmas since December 95 when my mom passed away. Certainly can't go this year, but maybe sometime in the future. But I've always enjoyed Christmas, my favorite time of the year. That's about it.
Okay, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
On my screen next is Topaz. Hey.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Kate.
Hi. Christmas. Let's see. I had like 3 different Christmases. So at home, the best part was always waiting for my father to bring in a live tree. So he always brought in a live tree that was way too big for the apartment, and we always had to cut the top off. And he would also buy there was a special bakery in Harlem, so he would also buy 2 sweet potato pies and an apple pie because he knew before dinner I would already eat one of those sweet potato pies. So this year was really different because I bought my first artificial tree, and it's kind of hard, but you know, it's the first time that I'm not having a live tree in almost 60 years. So it's a little different that way. When I would go up to my grandmother and grandfather's house, they would always have the beet salad that they would make. That was kind of something that all the time they would just always do that. And that was really nice up there because they had the fireplace and everything. It was just very festive and beautiful. And then my mother's family in Harlem, she came from 11 siblings. So the house was always crowded. And the best thing about that is that if you were there to help with dinner, you got to eat the string beans. That's how we would eat. We eat the string beans because they wouldn't let us eat until dinner time. So you're always like, can I help in the kitchen? So that's about it. That's it, Christmas. Just about family and having good times.
Okay, well, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So the next on my list is, it says Jerome Butler. Hey.
That's Nelsa. I don't know.
Nelsa, yeah, you don't look like Jerome. I'm gonna change
much
that.
more good looking than I am. Can
I
you hear
doubt
me?
that very seriously. How do I spell your name so I can put that up here?
N as in Nelly, E-L, S as in Sam, A, Nelsa.
Got it, and it's there.
Thank you. Christmas. Christmas in Jamaica was very interesting. It's funny how Julian remembered the boat and what mother used to send to us. But I remember getting up. Hi, Grace Ann. I remember getting
love.
and going to Christmas market. And I remember one time a neighbor, Mr. Williams, took all the children in the yard to Christmas market. And he let us pick out what we wanted. And then we looked forward to eating or stewed chicken and rice and peas. But the Christmas, it stands out most of all for me, was our first Christmas in America with mother. The whole family was here. And Daddy worked at a Christmas tree lot.
Yes.
And that was our very first real Christmas tree. And it was what they call flocked. It was white, looking like snow. And Mother did all the preparation. I got a pair of socks, which I thought was really special. I think Audley got a camera. I don't remember what Julian got, maybe a chemistry set or something like that. He probably already knew he was going to be a doctor. And we all got one of those little mesh Christmas stockings with nuts and hard candy and tangerines and apples and cookies. And we could eat that all day long. That was just for us. And that was really, really special. So now Christmas to me is decorating the house. I decorate every single room in the house. Every room, the bathrooms, everything, the stairs, the banisters, everything, the living room, the dining room. That brings me joy because December is special. It's my birthday month. I wear red every day and I celebrate the birth of Christ and I'm happy the whole month. That's our Christmas.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, it was the 4th.
Happy birthday.
Don't feel bad, it runs in the family.
Yes.
Happy birthday to
Don't
all the
feel bad.
December
Thank
babies.
you. Lance,
Nelson,
happy
that
birthday,
was
Lance.
so beautiful. You know, that was so beautiful. I wish we could go back to that, where it's not so commercialized, you know.
Right, right.
Fruit would be all you need, you know.
Mhm.
Okay, so before we have another musical selection, we'll go Arlene and Otto, and then again from Michael and Gail. Arlene?
Yeah. Well, Christmas for me was just a time, we didn't get a lot of gifts and stuff like that. We get stuff from the States. My father would send, or my grandmother would send us clothes and stuff like that, and getting ready for church on Sunday morning, on the Christmas morning, you know, the 5 o'clock service, and then, you know, that kind of thing. Going visit people's house and eating all day, that kind of thing. That was my Christmas.
Your mother laughed.
Huh?
You made your mother laugh.
Yeah, eating. That was what, eating and drinking and, you know, making merry. And the people were coming around the houses and singing the old carols and all that. Good stuff for me, yeah. In fact, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being, my upbringing. This kind of stuff here today, it drives me crazy. I don't like doing all the work, putting up all the stuff.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it is.
Uh-oh. There's a lady next to you. Remember,
then,
too late. That likes it. She's like Nessa. Every room has to be decorated.
Yeah. But for her, Arlene, you know, she has a different kind of Christmas than I did. But
Well, for me, I look back when it was the Christmas preparation.
Okay.
And is it me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Art.
And what I remember is for some reason they used to sprinkle marl around the house, and I had no understanding of what that meant until I got here and realized, I think, that was supposed to represent snow. I think. The other thing I remember is getting the Christmas tree ready. We would go out in the back of the property. We would cut down a piece of the mile tree, and the little acorns or whatever that used to grow on it, we would cover them with the silver foil that used to come from the cigarette pack.
I remember that.
And that was our decoration. Yeah. Oh, look at that. She remembers that.
Yeah.
They did that in Jamaica too, huh?
Yes.
And the bacon, all the different breads, the puddings and all of that. Drinking falernum, that was the only time of the year that we could get what we considered alcohol. But it was nothing but falernum, okay? The kids anyway. And but the biggest thing for me about Christmas was the Christmas box. My mom was here in the States because she'd left me when I was 2. And so every Christmas there was this box that would come from America and all kinds of goodies in that box. And one thing I remember from that box was the candy. There was a smell about that candy, the reds and the greens and all of that. And to this day, that smell, it just evokes that memory whenever I get that smell, which is rare because you can't find those candies so much anymore. But that brings back fond, sweet Christmas memories for me.
Well, thank you so much for that, Arlene and Otto. Okay, so Michael, if you want to give us a little bit of explanation of what we're getting ready to hear with Once in a Royal David City.
That's right. That is one of my favorite Christmas carols. A lot of times the carol service at the cathedral in Barbados would start with a solo voice doing Once in Royal David City. So you're going to hear it. And so in my house, I have a pipe organ. So you'll see some of the pipe organ. Because as a musician, I like authentic instruments. So I used to go down to the church to practice on the pipe organ. And Gail didn't like me being down in DC late at night by myself practicing. So she agreed to allow me to have a pipe organ built in the house so I could practice at home. So you're going to see the pipe organ in my house, and you're going to hear us doing Once in Royal David City.
I'm going to have to say that I don't think I know anybody that has a pipe organ in their house.
That's right.
So I'm gonna have to carry my guitar and my amp over to your house. We're gonna have to have a jam session.
It's not
Yes,
far to
yes,
go.
yes.
Just down the street.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm gonna start this guy, share my screen. Lance, do I have to make those selections again? Let me stop the share.
You have to look at the boxes. If they're already checked, you're good to go.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay. Can you guys see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Wow.
Amazing.
Why am I not surprised?
Bravo.
All right, all right. Very good.
That organ
Thank you.
sounded really good, Andrew.
Thank you. I'm having it redone, so I look even better and sound even better next year.
Good.
Yeah, hopefully I can come in and accompany you.
Yes, 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 yes. Hopefully these vaccines will be out by April, and by September, we should be able to have a jam session.
Yep. Looking
Lance, you
forward
want to
to
go
it.
to Maryland?
What's
Lance,
that?
Lance is gonna come all the way over town to.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, Lance, we got to get you and the family over.
Indeed. I've always enjoyed Maryland's state flag as well. Beautiful.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, so on my screen, Janina's next. So take yourself off mute, dear.
Where is Janine?
Okay. Hi.
Hey.
Okay.
All honesty, I am the Grinch who stole Christmas. I really am not a holiday person. I've been alone for so long. I wasn't with my family for so long. When I was in Montreal, you know, when I was in DC, I lived alone for so long, and it was like I never went all out. I never did the gift buying, the decorations, nothing like that. You know, it's just, you know, the families call and say, "Hey, Christmas." I'm like, yeah, whatever. You know, I was total Grinch. But I will admit, like, I'm now getting back into it because of this one here. You know, I want her to have that feeling and that experience. But my best memories of Christmas were when I was in Barbados. I lived in Barbados for 8 years, and you know, it wasn't getting the gifts or anything, because I really, you know, I didn't do the dolls or anything like that. My aunt worked at Cloister Bookstore, and she would bring me books, and I loved that. That was my favorite time. Aunt Pearl Cumberbatch. But my favorite time was having a family come over. You know, we go to church in the morning, 5 o'clock, we go to Hawthorne. And then we would, we go driving around, you know, we go by the Garrison and things like that. So that's what we did. And then we come home and we start to get ready, you know, preparing all the food. You know, we have the sorrel, the mobby, jug. That's still one of my favorites. I still love my jug. I love it. And, you know, all the family will come over, you know, we have breakfast over in Lodge Road. And then like Rory's family, they would have breakfast, and then they would come over to Clapham by Aunt Lucina, and we would have huge food. So it was nice having all the family over there and everything. You know, all the kids would play together, and we have like little skits, and you know, we do the singing and all that stuff, you know, that kids do for the parents, you know. And it was fun. It really was, you know. So I'm hoping that, you know, like her dad, Catherine's dad, is like all this Christmassy gifting and everything. But me, I'm like, eh. But I try to put on the happy face for my daughter, you know. So that, yeah, Barbados had good Christmas memories for me, I will admit. I really, really love being with my family and everything, so.
Well, that's good, because you certainly don't look like a Grinch to me.
Hi, David.
Nor to me.
So thank you so much for that, Janine.
Sure.
So next on my list is Grace. And Grace, you're on mute.
On mute, Grace.
Well, I am a Christmas person. I like red. And as Nelsa was talking, I said, well, I didn't have to talk. I could just say Dito and it would have been enough. I decorate even the bathroom. Everything, every room has some type of decoration for Christmas because I love Christmas. When I was growing up, or Christmas in Panama was full of a lot of tradition, West Indian type tradition. Like, for example, the making of our Christmas fruit cake. I don't know if you guys do that. We make our Christmas cake, and that the fruits are soaked down all year in liquor. And when you make the cake, the fun bit was we all will get to share licking the bowl. That was a lot of fun. Beside that, we always did our ham, and that's if whenever we have, because not all the time we had our sorrel. We do our sorrel. I don't know if you know it is a sorrel. Right now I'm having some sorrel a little bit. I'm on the last of it with our ginger and stuff like that, and that is what we share. And we have, of course, candy, and we have our rice and our what we call our Congo beans and coconut, and we have our potato salad. That is our Christmas spread with our fruit cake. And one of my nicest memories of Christmas, and I know that Nelson knows that, but I have my special aunt is Aunt Delcina. That is my aunt.
Amen.
Privately. I don't know who mother she is, but that's my aunt. We get a box. And that box will and we'd only get a box on Christmas all through the year. I don't remember what age I was when Aunt Delcina stopped sending the box. And the memory of where I always remember Ass Avenue, Hass Avenue. That's my aunt's address in California. And I had the privilege of going and visiting her once when I went to California. But that was the nice thing, to have people that love you so much that they send something for you. That was something very grandiose. I experienced for Christmas, I remember one Christmas that should have been a bad experience, but turned out to such a wonderful experience. We in reality didn't have anything for that Christmas. But my grandmother was such a giving person and such a loving person that she had a friend that was from Costa Rica because she was a Costa Rican. And Winston came and picked us all up and took us to his home. And we had a banquet. So a Christmas that should have been a Christmas in which we didn't have anything, we had so much. So my favorite time of the year is Christmas. I decorate my house. Right now we are in COVID. And I started from about the 28th of November to decorate my house, fixing up things and everything like that, because this is the season. I'm supposed to, either today or tomorrow, I'll be making my fruit cake because I have people that form the line for the fruit cake that I do. And I make my fruit cake and give everybody their fruit cake. And if it doesn't reach to them, they'll be calling Grace when we are getting fruit cake, or the last Herbert. Grace hasn't made the fruit cake yet. I know Grace make fruit cake because from November, from about middle of November, I start making fruit cake for Christmas. And when Christmas is over, I take down my tree when I feel like. So Nelson, don't feel bad. It runs in the family. And Christmas is, you see, this outfit you have seen me in my hand, I am Christmas all through the year. So.
Can we start calling you Christy then?
Why I do it is because the meaning of Christmas is not Santa Claus for me. The reason for the season is Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Can you imagine somebody as insignificant as me that Christ came, died for? So I have to celebrate. It gives me a sense of worth. And if you know me, I feel that I am a big thing because I don't know how you guys feel, but I must be something very special. So
mi prima.
Tu prima. What can I say? This Christmas is special, very special. Why? Because we are celebrating our Christmas party.
Amen.
And each and every one of you, every time we have the meeting, I come and I try to remember names and faces. If I don't remember the face, I remember the name. Arlene and I had a wonderful tete-a-tete. And it was just like if we had been together. Don't talk about Ari. Ari and I have never met personally, but you'd never believe that. And David, each and every one of you, the Beckfords, we are majority here and we are first cousins. So, when I say Beckford, that's my people. So I love you so much. It is wonderful to be able to meet with you and greet with you And you are making this Christmas for me a very special Christmas.
Amen. Same here. Same here.
A lot of kisses from Panama.
Thank you so much, Grace. We all feel the same way, I'm sure. On my screen next is Cheryl.
Mute, Cheryl.
You're on mute, sweetheart.
Yeah, getting there, getting there. I apologies for being a bit late getting on, but I had a very special occasion. My daughter just graduated as a Doctor of Philosophy in Communications at AU University. So we were watching the graduation service. So it was really good. My Christmas, growing up as a child in Barbados, I remember going to the police band parties for young children and getting sweets and things like that. That was my Christmas. Cleaning the house, putting them all around, drinking falernum and different things like that, just like some of you have already said. But as I've grown up, my kids, we always go to Barbados at Christmas time. And unfortunately this year we're stuck in the cold, and it's, you know, I'm just having memories of what it would have been. You know, we go to 5 o'clock service sometimes when we can wake up, because usually, because we're 5 hours behind. So it's sort of, in Barbados, it's 5 hours behind London. So usually we're so tired. If we wake up, we go to church, then we go to the police band in the park at Queen's Park. Listen to the band, listen to the music, and then we go home and eat. That's Christmas. It's not about giving out presents and things. I mean, the other thing for Christmas for us is my daughter's birthday is at the beginning of this month. My anniversary is coming up, and then we have Christmas, and then my two sons have their birthdays, New Year, 2nd and 3rd of January, and then it's my birthday. So it's a party all the time. It's a lovely time of the year.
That's good.
Thank you so much, Cheryl, for sharing with that. On my screen next, let's see. Patrice. And you're on mute.
Patrice.
Pat, your mouth mute.
Pat.
There we go.
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Pat.
Hey.
How you doing? I have my, say hello. Yeah.
Holly.
Hi.
Hey, sweetie.
Okay, my memories of Christmas was you're always having a live tree, and we had these decorations, and we had this one star, and the star went on the top of the tree every year. And then we had these decorations that had I don't know, they weren't just bulbs, but they had these little bubbly stuff that used to go through this tube, and they light up, and they were all different colors. And that was good. And then as I got older and went to school, because I went to Catholic school, we used to have to go to church on Christmas Eve and sing in the choir until, you know, we graduated. So Christmas was basically about having a live tree. When I got older, got married, had kids, I still tried to have a live tree, until one year my daughter was like, oh, the pines stick me when I'm trying to get my gifts from underneath the tree. So then we went to a artificial tree. And I think like the Christmas that was kind of like a depressing Christmas for me was I had crocheted these blankets for everybody, and you know, for Christmas, my son, my daughter, my husband, I had crocheted these blankets and wrapped them up, and When my daughter saw this big box and she wanted to open up that box, and when she opened up the box and saw there was a blanket in there, she was so disappointed. She was so disappointed. And I was like, well, what's the matter? The look on her face was like, she was devastated, right? So I was like, what's the matter? You don't want it? She was like, no, I don't want it. So, that broke my heart because I had worked so hard, to make these blankets, and she didn't want the blankets. So, I didn't want her to see how devastated I was. I was like, you know what, that's okay. You know what, I'll just find another little girl to give them to, to give the blanket to, since you don't want it, And she was like, no, mommy. I said, but you say you don't want it. So, we'll just give it to somebody else. So I think that was kind of like, when it came to Christmas, that was kind of like the most depressive Christmas for me, because I had put so much work into this blanket, and she was like, I guess, expecting something different. What it was she was expecting, I don't know. She got other toys and things like that, but she just was devastated, and so was I.
Oh, that's a good and sad story, but how I wish that everything I got today was handmade by somebody who really took the time and the care, as opposed to, something from the store. We just have gone away from that.
I make things all the time. I make hats and scarves and all that stuff. So.
Oh, that's good. So
let me know. I'll make you something.
That sounds good. That's nice. So let's see. David, you're next. I don't know what's in that mug, but it looks good. It looks cold. It looks tasty. You're on mute.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm actually on my phone. I'm actually at the Barbados Defense Force Officers Mess. And so I'm having a beer. We had a workshop going on, so I'm just having a beer. I kind of guess, if my brother spoke, if Michael spoke, he would have spoken for both of us as what we did for Christmas. Lots of church. And of course, like Grace, I like Christmas. But today was a kind of a busy day. So you can see our tree at the Defense Force. That's our tree. But I'm having a little busy patch as usual. Between Independence and Christmas is always a busy patch for me. So it's but I'll be back in Jamaica next Sunday. So I'll be back in the other homeland for me. But I'm in Barbados until Sunday. So anyhow, Merry Christmas to everybody. And
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And this is my freezing cold Banks beer from Barbados.
Go,
Here's
get
the
lost,
toast.
David. Going off with your banks.
Thank you, David. Thank you for that. And I don't know, your brother has given us entertainment. He had 2 videos that we were able to share in between our talks here, and they were just beautiful videos. I wish we had 3, so I could have thrown one more in there. But yeah, so.
Well, in actual fact, somebody mentioned about going to the police band, but actually the Defense Force band is playing at St. Thomas's Parish Church this evening. Actually, I think it started now. So if Ari were here, she would probably be there.
Nice.
At St. Thomas's Parish Church.
That's where all the bodies are buried.
Yeah. Well, that's where our Defense Force band is playing there. Well, it started at 3:30, I think. So they're playing there now.
Oh yeah, because it's 4 o'clock there now.
Yeah.
It's probably live on Facebook. You know that, right?
Probably. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for that. So next on my list is Lance. Are you there? I don't see your video.
Go to Andrew. He can hear. Lance is there.
Look at that. You're on mute, Lance.
I was giving the kids lunch right now, so I had to listen and run and get them fed. So we're all happy when we eat food, right?
I know that's right.
As far as Christmas goes, I'm a musician, primarily a percussionist and also a brass player. So Christmas is a very busy time, which is great. Growing up in the house, there was lots of music. My dad and mom would play the Temptations' "Give Love at Christmas" record with, I forget, is it Eddie Kendricks that sings way up high on Silent Night? And then there's the bass, who's the exact opposite. I mean, just what an amazing gift, right?
Yeah.
So the little drummer boy from that album is one that I've loved, and the drumline I taught at San Dimas High School many years ago played that exact arrangement, and it was so much fun to see that come to life.
Nice.
With my own family, we have, my wife's family, she has two sides because of mom and dad divorcing when she was young, but they both remarried. But all sets of family get together and get along. So our family is just even bigger because of that. And so we get to have some new traditions here. But one story I can share with you is I was playing in a Christmas show. I was in a drum line and playing hand percussion for a Christmas show. And I was the first sound you heard after the intro when the little girl said, "Merry Christmas." And I started playing sleigh bells right away. Well, this particular day, that was a matinee show. I had a parade with my high school students that morning in Camarillo. So this is a 2-hour drive from Downey, where the performance was, to Camarillo. And as soon as the band was done, I had to pack up the gear and get right to the show by 2 o'clock. Well, the drum line's done by about 11:50. I pack up the gear and I have my tux in the back seat. I'm driving on the freeway, and of course there's traffic, right? In California, that's all we know. And so I'm changing in the car as traffic is happening. I'm getting my performance uniform off. I'm putting my tux on, and time is going by. And by about 1:30, I finally get to the last freeway before I have to get to my gig. And the traffic is even worse. So I put on the rest of my tux, and I'm calling the guy saying, "Hey, I'm in traffic. If I'm not there, someone else to start the sleigh bells part. I'm trying to get there." And 1:45 hits. I exit the freeway. There's traffic on the streets. I'm putting on my hat. I'm combing my hair that I used to have, of course. And 1:55, I'm 5 minutes away from the church, and I'm at a red light. And I'm just thinking, "Lord Jesus, will you please help me get to this performance?" I pull in at 1:59 to the parking lot. I throw my gear and knock on the back door. Someone lets me in, and I get to my station, and the girl says, "Merry Christmas, ching, 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 ching." And the whole band is like, "Where did you come from?" So I always love sharing that story because it's just an amazing, way
That's
to show
very good.
God's humor and his miraculous nature. But love Christmas, love being able to entertain and bring joy through music. And now my kids get to do the same thing and share in that.
Thanks a lot, Lance, for that. That's a good story. So the last on my list is David Collymore.
But you miss Andrew.
Did I?
Yeah, he didn't say a word. Neither did Judith did. Yeah, Andrew was missing.
Yeah, Andrew, he spoke.
He played music. He didn't say anything about his Christmas. Did you, Andrew?
Did you want to share something?
Well, I thought I shared about my Christmas going to church and sing.
I thought you did too.
That's what I do, sing and make music. That's what I do.
Ari wasn't listening.
I'm always listening to Andrew. That's my buddy.
Mm-hmm.
We were so excited to hear the song. We just didn't even hear what you had to say. Okay, so that would be David Collymore.
Yeah, no, I think Ari.
Yes.
Ari,
yes.
You are from Kenwood, is that right?
Yes, sir.
But we grew up together. You remember?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you look so different now.
We all do.
I remember Morris.
Yeah.
Frederick Collymore.
James.
Beautiful scene.
David,
yeah, I remember you quite well because you grew up with me. And I've been over here now for about 45 years in America.
I got you beat. I've been over here for 55 and a half.
Yeah, we grew up together. But and the person next to you that have iPhone, he looks just like my daddy, Charles Collymore.
Who's next to me?
The one over to my
That's
right.
Julian.
Over to my right. That.
Actually,
Who's that?
I'll explain something to David. David, you remember your uncle Frederick?
Frederick, yeah.
Remember that every time you heard Frederick came in the room, all he ever used to do is talk with Bellan, Bellan, Bellan.
Right.
That was
You
his
see,
favorite.
I don't know. I don't know those people.
Well, she was dead when you were born. That's okay.
Okay.
Well, he is also the guy next to me with the iPhone thing, which was Julian, is also Bellan's great grandson.
Well, he looked like Charles Cullimore.
Right. He belonged to the Cullimores.
Okay.
That's why he looks so familiar. Look like Frederick.
No, looking at him, I see my daddy.
Family can't hide.
My pardon?
We just covered up a thing. So now you can tell us about Christmas in Barbados for you.
Oh, I'm not in Barbados. I'm in
David. Okay, tell us about your Christmas. Your favorite thing about Christmas.
Well, you know, I usually I'm a church person. I really don't go into it as the other people do, but I do enjoy the surrounding and talking to people and different things like that. But I'm not deep within it. Yeah, that's it.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people put some decoration and all that kind of stuff, right? But I am not in that.
Where is that beautiful beach scene from?
That's a Barbados Sea. That's a Barbados picture.
Yeah.
Janine?
That's a Panama scene.
I didn't get that.
That's a Panama scene. That's any beach in Panama looks just like that.
Looks like California to me.
The picture, the scenery that you are seeing there is not the scenery where I am right now. It looked like one in Barbados, but that isn't the place I am.
Where's that?
The one that is on the screen there, that is not where I am.
That's a screen from the Zoom. That's a Zoom screen.
Right. What I have behind me is just houses and buildings and trees and those kind of things. But I love Barbados though. I love going there because of the beaches and the scenery.
So I'll give you some scenery of Barbados from my officer's mess.
You like to show off, David.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Is that the race, the Garrison race track, right?
Yes, they had night racing there for the first time in the 300-year history. Last night they had night racing. So they put up lights. It took them 20 years to get all the permissions.
Okay.
Wow.
Very
David,
nice.
please send me more of that. Thank you. You don't have to send me anything else.
No, but when you come over from Barbados, you'll be standing right here for yourself. We have a function right here.
Remember,
Nice.
David promised to take us all there for drinks.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
The sea is on the other side. So if I walk to the other wall, you'll see the sea on the other side.
Hey, I've been seeing a lot of snow, so go for it.
Yeah.
We've been having snow all week. Go for it, Dave. I know right going outside. Look what happened.
So I think that was the last person, right? Anybody?
So I didn't see Jocelyn today. Jocelyn Edwards.
She's not here.
Jocelyn Edwards.
She's not here, David.
I know that she's not up here today because she calls me all the time and she wanted me to get on, but I find it difficult to get on because sometimes I have meetings and so on to go to. So I'm surprised that she's not on today. So I will call and let her know, oh yeah, I met the family that I didn't know. So I will call her today and let her know that.
Well, we're happy that you connected with us today. We're very happy to have you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. And for David Clark, I don't know about everybody else.
I got my bathing suit on. What's taking you so long?
I'm very
I
envious.
did it to the other side. Look.
But I already got my bathing suit, man.
Harry, leave him. He's doing my show.
So that's the other side of the officer's
Where's
vest.
the sea?
They can't see it.
I see the
It's
sea.
over there, look,
I
behind
can't
the
see no
trees.
sea. I see dirt.
Yeah.
All I see is dirt, David.
You can't see the trees, and behind the trees, the sea.
Well, you're supposed to show me the sea, not the trees.
No, but I'll have to walk onto the beach. Too far away.
Yeah, I think you're having too much fun over there, David.
Yeah.
No, I was on duty today, so I'm now finishing. So actually, I'm going to have to go because the guards are waiting for me to give instructions. Bye.
All right. Thanks for joining.
Bye.
So we're
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas travels.
All right.
So,
He's going to be quarantined again.
yeah, we're at the end here, and I also wanted to give some some props for my daughter, who graduated yesterday from North Carolina A&T.
Awesome.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
She's the last one.
Congratulations.
And then just to express my thoughts on Christmas. Growing up, with my sister, my two sisters and brothers, we love decorating trees. And in my adult life, I married, I think, someone who is directly related to Santa Claus, because she's like you guys. She loves decorating everything, right? We have in our house 6 trees.
What?
6 trees. And I mean,
Give my sister-in-law any ideas, James. Please don't give her any ideas.
before we got our 6 trees, we had 5 trees. I thought that was enough. And she goes, honey, every year we get a live tree. This year took so long to get a live tree because all the kids are pretty much grown. The last one graduated yesterday. And so we were more focused on graduation than Christmas, but wife decides she wants, let's go out and get the real tree. But this one, she wants to cut down on herself.
Yes.
So I said, look, honey, if you're looking for the experience where you just want to see your husband cut down a tree, I don't need that experience, but if you want to experience where you want to try to cut down a tree, okay, I'm happy to help you with that experience, and we could do that. So she said, I want that experience where I want to try to cut down a tree. So I said, all right, so we'll go. So we go out there, and the guy gives us a hand saw, puts us on a cart with a tractor and takes us out to the thing where all the trees are, and says, okay, we'll see you back in another, whenever. And so we go out there, the wife finds a tree, I want that one. And so I said, okay, give her the saw. She goes down and she tries and starts, and she can't push that thing. So I said, come on, honey, give it your best shot, So she tries a couple, and I said, okay, well, that's the experience. And so I guess now get down there and saw this tree down. So I saw the tree down, and so we got a live tree, and she had her experience, and now we have 6 trees. So I love it because it makes her happy.
There you go. That husband.
Yeah, but so she's the one that has she decorates every room in the house. Is a big thing for her, and so I like to sit back and watch, and and that's it, So, that's my experience, and I'm sure my kids love it too. When they come back, they get to see that, and so for me to get back and see it all and to see the joy in their face is enough for me.
That's good. That's good.
That's good.
All right, so we're almost 10 minutes past or so? 14 minutes past. Okay. So if we didn't miss anybody, then we can go ahead and conclude this.
This is a good day.
Yeah, this was very good. I'm going to kind of go through this chat here just to make sure that I didn't miss anything, because some folks were really going in and saying thank you, that they're really happy that we did this. Let's see. yeah, folks are really saying thank you for the comments. And everybody, you know, Yvonne, this is a beautiful meeting, a beautiful thing. Topaz, this is such a moment. So, you know, folks, you know, really are saying things. I think this is really good. Lance, again, thank you, man. I mean, you know,
This adds to a Christmas tradition.
yeah, we can make this a Christmas tradition for sure. I just wish I had known about the audio thing last week or 2 weeks ago, but now I know.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Yes.
You would have made your daddy proud today.
Thank you very much.
Especially coming from your house. You know that old guy. He would have been telling me about that. You know, Andrew's got an organ in his house. I can imagine him.
Thanks for that.
Did you hear, Andrew? He's got an organ in his house.
Yeah, that was very beautiful. Thank you for offering that up.
Thank you very much. Really enjoyed it.
Tell you, I know you made him proud today.
So next year, Jimmy, you need to bring that bass guitar, and Lance, I'll get you a drum set over here because to bring it from California is too far, and we got to do something for the family, right?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Right.
But can't you do a set in which each one, wherever they are, make the tape and then you bring it together?
That's true, Grace, but it's nothing like doing it in person.
No, for COVID time, because in the meantime, we will be able to cope with that.
If we have to do that, maybe we can do something like that for next time.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
We don't want to wait. I don't want to wait.
By the way, Barry says Merry Christmas, but he's flying right now from Jamaica. So he's said to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and he's sorry he can't be here.
Very good.
Merry Christmas.
All right, guys.
Grace.
Yeah,
Grace.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Grace. Merry Christmas.
We'll see you in another
Grace, I need my cake.
I'll see you all for the
You need your fruit cake.
I need my cake.
Yes.
I'll get it to you.
Okay.
All right.
It's a good
Peace
cake.
and love.
Topaz, I want that hat red.
Couple of months with you. See you in the new year.
All right.
Love y'all.
There's prima.
You too.
Bye-bye.